Good afternoon, ladies and gents. Sergeant Lane, Cryptid Encounters here. It's been a while since I put up one of these type of videos, but figured I'd touch base with you. It's getting cold here. I'm still not smoking, so it's pretty good. Yeah, I got some cameras coming, so my footage will be getting upgraded quite a bit. I haven't posted a video the past couple days because I collected all my trail camera footage, and I got over 1,590 images to sort through. And man, there's some good ones. I spot checked them, and everything from giants to cloaking Bigfoot, and all you can see is just their eyes. I got an image where they had come up to the trail camera, and there's two sets of eyes, and you can see from here to here, but the rest of their body is cloaked. I thought that was just amazing. It's pretty clear footage too, and it's spot on. But and then I got some images of one Sasquatch is looking around a tree, and this other Sasquatch comes over who's cloaked, and it shows him his hands coming over, and he's putting his hands around that Sasquatch, cloaking him to cover him up, because he was visible to me. So not all of them have that capability of cloaking. There's a chameleon type bloodline in there somewhere. From what I've noticed, there's a wide range of Sasquatch, but the chameleon type Sasquatch, they have 3 fingers. Some of them are tree organ, some are not. All the way up through the different breeds. There's other breeds who are tree organ, who are not chameleon. And then there's breeds who are not tree organ, who are chameleon. And then there's just the Sasquatch who are not tree organ nor chameleon, and they depend on each other. Now, one of the giants, actually the largest giant that I've seen, has been the tree organ giant. The other 2 giants were tree organ. One of them was, I don't know if he was chameleon or not, but his face was white. So I don't know what category he falls into. And it could have been just paint, I don't know, camouflaging, but because those beings are so tall that their heads are up in the canopy and stuff, you know, and maybe it's a heat repellent or something. I don't know, but he's a very odd looking giant. But then there's several of the mid-sized giants I've seen, and the normal ones, and then the smaller ones. So the tribe's made up of a whole variety of each one, and they all serve their different purposes. But in this footage that I have, it shows them up close eating. It shows their teeth structures. I got clear footage of their teeth structure. I got footage of their feed times. You name it. I got it in that footage of them eating and feeding their young ones, and all kind of stuff. So it's pretty intriguing. So yeah, the past couple of days I've not done a whole lot besides just going through my cam footage. I haven't done a whole lot on videos, is what I meant to say. But yeah, I've been getting knocks at my door every once in a while because they get to where they interact with me, and if I don't come out for a long time, they'll knock on my door to get me outside of my house, just to interact with me. It's quite strange, quite bizarre. They'll peck on my windows. They'll throw little pebbles. They won't throw them right at me, but they'll throw them around me like the kids are playing or something. Yeah, that's what's been going on. They're not trying to hide as much as they used to. I found what was really intriguing is I found this Sasquatch. It has I don't know, this looks like a 4x4 square, and it looks electronic in nature, almost solar. And he's got a headpiece, and it's setting on his head, some type of technology. And, you know, I put a lot of thought into this chameleon breed of Sasquatch. So if you look back at like the Ice Age and stuff like that, and you know, the Gigantopithecus, they say goes back 10, 15, 20,000 years, which should be a ancestor of these guys. But even like they're reptilian, like a dinosaur type race that could have been, that could have evolved down through the years, and that might be what we're looking at here. This could be an ancient species that survived on this planet for thousands and thousands and thousands of years, and they understood that, you know, they have a better chance of survivability working together, and you know, the human strand was just the odd man out. Humans can't get along. Humans kill each other, steal each other, murder each other, and definitely have lack of responsibility for the environment. Everything that these beings are totally against. I'm not saying that they didn't cross mate somewhere down the line, because there is quite a few of them that do show human features. Some of them are very human-like. So there has to be one in the pot somewhere, you know, genetics somewhere. But yeah, I mean, I think we do have a close ancestor that crossed ties somewhere down thousands of years ago. I'm not real certain, but I do know that they like to stick to their own. They like to be left alone. And there's several different types of them. For example, I got images of this Darrow Sasquatch who has the long nose. Well, that nose has different capability similar to what an elephant does. How like a elephant trunk will soak up water, and then they can spit it out, feed their young ones, whatever. Well, this Darrow does the same thing. Once they bite into the tree and get the fluids running, they stick their nose down there, they fill out the whole cavity up, and I got images of them taking their nose and then feeding the fluid to a baby who can't tap into the trees just yet. And then there's images of the smaller babies who are sucking on saplings, biting on the younger trees, the littler trees, and they're learning the craft of how to feed themselves and the ability to feed themselves. But they only go to their capability, so they get the smaller trees. And I think that's a way that you can actually track these beings in an area where they are, because the way their teeth are, the way they're round, and the way they latch onto a tree and they grind it like that, cause the trauma to the tree. The tree pumps up the nutrients to heal the damage, and that's how the fluids come up. So they got really strong jaw power and stuff like that. But you see that type of damage on trees out in the woods, and some of them, when they bite, they're very small patterns. But after they're done feeding, I've went and looked at my trees, and after they're done feeding, there'll be a circular dry sap. It'll look greenish and with white spots, like greenish white. And you'll see these little spots all over the trees. That's where these Sasquatch are fed. And you see those sap spots on trees when those Sasquatch are come through that area. Now they'll take a tree and snap it. And they'll usually snap a tree that they can fit their mouth around to get a really good suction on it. And you can kind of gauge how big the Sasquatch is that's come through that area by the tree snap. If it's a smaller tree, then you know it was a smaller Sasquatch. If it's a larger tree that's been snapped, then you know it's a larger Sasquatch that's needed to suck the fluids up out of it, to get the fluid to come out. So yeah, it's pretty amazing. That's how they self-sustain themselves. They use trees. I got images of them. Like this year was the year for the cicadas here in West Virginia, and I got images of them just gobbling them up, eating cicadas like crazy, bugs, small ants. That tree that fell down, it's been seasoned. All the roots have started to rot and everything, and there's just a galore of bugs infested in there. And boy, they've been over here just sitting, gobble that up, get in there, eat those roots out, eat the bugs out. So yeah, just some amazing footage. And from what I've seen on the internet and on Google and YouTube, nobody's talked about these beings feeding off the trees. I don't know if it's because they ain't been able to get close enough to them to get that type of footage or what, but I'm getting the footage for that. So it's groundbreaking. Hopefully it'll take off and people will know what to look for to track these beings, so we can get them recognized as a species. But one thing that I don't want to happen is my research and all the work that I'm doing, I would hate for that to ever result in one of these beings being killed, or somebody taking the knowledge that they gained from me and going out here and executing one of these beings. That would just absolutely break my heart. I hope that never happens. These beings have a right to life just like everybody else. So on one hand, I'm reluctant to release all of the knowledge that I have gained, for that simple fact that I'm afraid somebody could use it nefariously. And I guess one of the reasons why I have released some of the knowledge that I've learned is banking on their ability to stay invisible to people. So I put trust in knowing their capabilities of not being found. So therefore I can release a little bit of it. But yeah, I just, there's a way to track these beings, and people's just not had the right tools to do so. What to look for. Damage on your tree saps. All these tree structures you see out in the woods. It's, some of these channels will show tree structures of trees bent and twisted and all that stuff, and that's where they're making their baskets That's where they're weaving the stuff that they need to drape over their giants, and making places that they can hold on to, especially traveling fast. Yeah, all that's what that spot. It's a manufacturing spot in the woods. That's what it is, and it's also where they make their cloaks out of their fur and hair and out of animal fur and stuff. And they make all that stuff there at that site, at those sites too. And yeah. Anyways, I got some footage coming out here shortly, so if you've watched any of my videos and you find yourself coming back, hit the like and subscribe and ring the bell. Peace.